All right, right now these are the only two trades I'm in. I'm still in the short from back here. And this morning I just entered another little scalp short right there. So I'll be talking about that. And I want to go over my future trading plans. But first, let's talk about this short that I took. So this morning, as New York opened, we got that little drop happened a few minutes after New York opened. Basically, I was either looking for a long from right down here from these wicks or a long from this wick. I would have preferred this one. Or I decided to pull out a fib retracement and see if I could get a scalp from this golden pocket retracement. Basically, what I wanted to see for that would be absorption. So if I go over to Coinalyze, we did in fact see absorption here pretty clearly. You can see CVD and open interest making higher highs as price is making this lower high into that golden pocket. We got a pretty nice rejection off that 786. Basically the reason I took another scalp short here instead of just adding to my position is because I didn't want to move my entry down. Right now my entry is right above the golden pocket for this short. Didn't want to move that entry down. Didn't want to risk stopping that trade out. So I just decided to take a little scalp trade there. Yeah, pretty much with this, I'm looking to take profits a bit quicker. I'm targeting, again, either these lows or these lows. Depending on what happens at these lows will kind of determine how I manage my short trades, because looking at market Cipher, we definitely do have the potential to form some bullish divergences if we come down and quickly take out either these wicks or we don't really have a bull div from this wick actually, because the green dot printed all the way up here. But still, if we come down and CDW this wick with bullish divergences, even from this wave, that would still be a pretty decent confirmation in my opinion. Yeah, basically I think this wick is more important because if we swing failure pattern it and we get a move back up into this range, then I think there's a higher likelihood that we eventually come back up to take out these highs. But, if we lose this, then we are sort of forming a downtrend here. So that's why I think this wick is important. Depending on what happens here, really determines how I'm going to treat my trades. If we CDW that, if we see bullish signs, I'll probably look to long. And, maybe we could see a further move to the upside. But if not, the higher time frame bearishness may start to play out. We are pretty close to printing this 4-hour divergence. Money flow is still coming down on the 4-hour. Getting a trigger wave on the 6-hour. Money flow is still coming down. It's still a bit iffy because of the 12-hour and daily money flow. But if we start trading in a downtrend here, I think there's still a pretty decent chance that we end up getting a larger retracement, because these very well could be some top signals, some swing top signals, but still the bias recently has been bullish. And so if we, see some bullish signs like a swing failure pattern of those lows, that would probably stop out a lot of longs. That would probably get a lot of people thinking we're going lower. So then, the next logical thing would be send it up and wreck everybody shorting. I'm still considering that as a possibility as well. But if we do lose that level, I do have some levels of support I want to go over, some levels that I may be interested in longing. So, we got this little box right down here by the lows of the range. We got a high volume node up here. We got this daily level and an NDPOC. And I know for some people, the NDPOC is higher, like around 22,700. That's why I have this box up a little bit. But my NDPOC is coming in at 22,630. And this level is also a 786. So that's area I'd be watching. Maybe we can get a little bounce from there and then still continue trending in a downtrend. So, you might be able to get a little scalp from there depending on what market Cipher is looking like. But if we lose that, I'd probably be looking at these lows down here, any of these wicks. And I'd probably say this is another pretty key area as well, because we could, swing failure pattern those lows, get a move back into the range, maybe then swing failure pattern the highs again, then start some sort of downtrend. So I think these lows over here will probably be significant. I'll be watching for potential bull divs as we come down to there. This 1 hour definitely has potential for some bull divs, especially if we get a quick move down. But if we lose that wick, I have these levels that I talked about in a previous video. We got some key support resistance in this zone here, going back to the previous range. So that, along with the golden pocket and the 786 in these areas, and the more local support and resistance that we have in this zone, yeah, these are some key levels I'd be watching for a bounce or potentially a higher low. And let's see, after that, we got the 382 of this entire move coming in at the lows of this little consolidation area. Around a pretty key support resistance area. There is a little dip in volume right around this zone here. But this high volume node right here does also look interesting. We got some pretty key support resistance there. And look at that, we also got a wick right here. So maybe this could be a nice little CDW of the lows of this consolidation range here into that high volume node. That is actually looking pretty interesting. That's coming in around 20,200. Then this 0.5 is lining up pretty nicely with the CME gap and this monthly level. And again, we also got some support and resistance previously on this level. So that is an interesting zone, I'd say. But then right below that is the more key area, the zone I'd be most interested in if we start getting a large retracement here. The zone in between the point of control, the value area low, and now the golden pocket, which when I moved it up to that last wick, is now lining up almost perfectly with the value area low. So in between 19,170-ish and 18,300 is probably the most key zone, I would say. But there are some pretty interesting levels of support in between there. And considering the volatility that we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some nice bounces. Even if we do start a downtrend, there may be some opportunity for some nice scalps trading against the trend. So right now I can see a lot of different scenarios playing out. That's why I'm making a lot of different plans, because I think all of them are possibilities. We could take out the highs again. We could take out the lows and then take out the highs. We could lose this range entirely. But I would say I am leaning more bearish for sure, just based off of what I see on Market Cipher. And I am in multiple shorts, so I'd say ideal scenario, we end up either CDWing this low down here, and I can potentially get a nice long trade for if we come back up to those highs, or we lose this range entirely and look for support lower. But anyways, I think that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in my next one. Peace.